Here we are this morning up at Nepal. We're standing on the helicopter pad just above the town. You can't really see the town from here, but I'll just pan around so you can see we're starting to get amongst the mountains now. We're still only at 3,500 metres here, so we've got another 2,000 metres to go up yet, so we're still quite low really. Come around this way, and in the background you can actually see Mount Everest there. It's not the one you think it is in the middle of that gap, it's the one to the left of it. It's just a bit further back, so it looks like it's a bit smaller. Go around here, you see all the different mountains. If we look up there, there's a helicopter flying in a bit of gear, I guess. It's nice and sunny up here. It's cool in the breeze, but the sun makes up for it. It's quite warm. We've left Nepal now. We're at 3,665 metres. We're just heading up to the top up here to cross this ridge. We're going to head off, eventually end up at Everest View Hotel. See, it's a bit of cloud cover on the top of the hills here. Yeah, it's quite a nice day. We've just climbed up from down in Nepal, which you'll see in a minute. There's Nepal coming up down in the valley down there. That's where we stayed last night and had an acclimatisation day down there. And it's absolutely beautiful here. We're in amongst these big majestic mountains. Even though it's a bit hazy and the sun's shining on them, you probably won't see them properly. But as we go around, you can't really feel the nice cool breeze we've got going here, but it's very pleasant up here. The sun's shining and the breeze is out. And now you can see some yaks which are coming down from up above. This is our first encounter with yaks. The ones we've seen previously have been a cross between a yak and a cow.
These are real yaks.
These are real yaks.
Yakety yak.
You can hear their bells going. They're pretty impressive. See, they're all empty, so that means they've been up and taken something up the top and now they're coming back down.
What's that?
Everest View Hotel. It's nearly 6 o'clock in the morning. It's Mount Everest. You can see as the peak up there in the middle. It's just the sun's just starting to peek over the horizon of it. And if I pan around, you can see we're in amongst all these other mountains here. You might be able to see a village on a plateau on the other side over there. And if I come around a little bit more, you'll see we're nestled in amongst the mountains. We're staying at the Everest View Hotel. As you can see a bit of that here. All the rooms here apparently have a view of Everest. That's my room, right there with the light still on inside. And coming around a bit further, you can see we're kind of surrounded by mountains. There's some more mountains over there. There's another mountain just here in front of us. This is Will, even though you can't see much of Will. He looks like a bit of a mountain at the moment. He's doing a video of the sun coming up over Mount Everest. And I'll just pan around all the way around. It's a little bit dark here on this side, so this might not come out too good. And in the background, here we're staying at Everest View Hotel. And I'll just pan around. You can see the mountains. We're nestled in amongst these mountains. The sun's just coming up over the mountains. You can see in the distance there. The ground's all icy and frosty here. 6 o'clock in the morning or 6:15. The sun's just starting to lighten up all the snowy peaks. It's pretty beautiful. Here we are, just heading off on our next trek this morning. That's our intrepid guide in front of us, Cherie. We're following a bunch of yaks carrying a load up further up the trail. Pretty pleasant here, it's still in the trees. We're about 3,800 metres. Bit like Lord of the Rings stuff here.
Go.
Got all the nice autumn colours in the trees here now. It was a bit frosty here this morning, so everyone's a bit wrapped up. Once the sun gets up, it'll all warm up. The lodge we stayed in last night was called Rivendell, and it was named after the Lord of the Rings movie. Walking through here you can see how it got its name. All the moss hanging off the trees. Here's some more trampers going along the other way. Morning folks. Yeah, it's very peaceful and pretty. The river's running down below us, down the bottom of the cliff down here. I don't know if you can see down there. Probably not. Well, it's a nice track, and it's just a gentle ascent today. Oh, I can see a waterfall over the other side over there. We'll go down here, we might be able to get that on here as well. Even all the hills over there have got nice autumny colours on them. Oh. If we look down there in the river, it's flowing down. We're going to be following this up all morning. Another little waterfall over the other side there. Tight here on the track. We're going down alongside this river now. Just let these guys go through. We are crossing this wooden bridge across this river. Looks like a very stable platform. You see up the river there. Down the river. Now some steps to climb, this will warm us up. We're up above the main tree line now. Along here we're about 3,900 metres. Still a long way to go. And here comes a porter, looks like he's carrying empty gas bottles. It's going down the hill quite quickly. You can't see Mount Everest anymore, it's hidden behind all these other smaller mountains. vision. There's Anna Lee behind us.
Oh dear.
It's very warm now. For a little break and our walk up to the next camp. As you can see these big mountains in the background. Very pleasant here. It's all a little bit colder today, so we're all a bit rugged up. But as I zoom around you can see these huge big mountains here. There's one there. And if we keep going around, there's mountains behind us. A little village on the hill over there. Mountains behind us. Oh, look, there's a couple of yaks on the hill grazing up there. Just what you get around here. And there's another big mountain up there. And there's all our group going away now. I've got to hurry up and catch up because Cherie's waiting for me. That's the rest of our crew down there. It's fairly typical of the track in Nepal, very rocky. Sometimes steeper than this, sometimes not so steep. As you can see, it's quite windy down here. You won't be able to hear me, but you can see all the prayer flags blowing. There's a lot of water coming down here. Across this bridge. There's a couple more of our party just coming across now. Anna Lee and Paul. The Chop Chop. The little valley on our way to Dimbochi, where we're going to stay the night. We're at 4,240 metres at the moment. Got a cool breeze at our back, but apart from that the scenery is beautiful. And here's everybody behind us. Along. Up Periscope. Around we go.
Are you turning away? Because I put my vehicle off.
They really want to see it.
4270 metres. Just come over a knob into yet another little valley. Up ahead you can see Dimbochi, which is where we'll be staying tonight, and we're having a rest day there tomorrow. It's yeah, all still pretty, a little bit like the South Island, just it's on a much grander scale. Track's still nice and easy for walking on. Oops, never tripped over. Excuse my glove. Turn around. Now we get a bit of me. Background. We're walking along. Yesterday. Unfortunately it was on our rest day, so this morning we've got about 9 kilometres to do today. Pretty much wet out conditions at the moment. It's snowing pretty. I'm just talking to my camera. There, Kalla. Just telling it that okay, we're just leaving Labuchi, Lobuche, until you want to say it. Look at it, it's a magnificent morning. Whoops, it's come loose. That's where we stayed last night, 4,900 metres. Had a thunderstorm last night, lots of snow fell as you can see, and we're heading off up to Basecamp now. Got about an 8-hour walk. It's a magnificent morning. This is what the Himalayas is all about, I think. That's where we stayed last night, back there.
Did you put sunscreen on? Because I forgot. Yeah. Open the down.
Here's Will.
Thanks. This is unbelievable.
Thank you.
Not bad.
Into the sun. So we go to the left of that one. Up there. There's Annalie.
I've had some work done last night.
She's worried about her puffy eyes, but we can't see them at the moment.
Chappelle, do you have sunscreen handy?
Chappelle.
Sunscreen? I've got mine in the other bag. I've just forgotten.
I've got some in the back of mine.
I
Forgot I just.
I'll get it out in a minute.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
I'll
I'll just
do
do
this.
face. Yeah.
It's 10:40 now. We're at 5,050 metres. Still on our way to Guruk Shek. The ice has gone, there's been a lot of people through, so the ice has gone quite hard and it's pretty slippery going. As you can see down here, there's a lot of ice melt coming out of the glacier up here. It's pretty dirty. We've got to go up a bit further to cross that and climb up the other side over there. And we're still another half an hour or so away from our lunch break at Shack. It's very, very hot and sunny here. We weren't quite prepared for it this morning. We came out expecting a bit of cold, so we've had to strip down and put on sunblock in our hats, and we just keep plugging away, one foot after the other, and we should get there. Whoops, I just slipped down then. Shack. Just heading up to Basecamp now. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so we've got another fairly hard afternoon. We're at 5,100 metres now. Got to go up to 5346. Will's stayed behind. He wasn't feeling very well, so we're now down to a party of 4 with our 2 guides. Well, it looks like we've got a horse going to join us with its foal, and we've got someone behind us making horse noises as well. If you can see, can't see Mount Everest from here. We won't at Basecamp. You see the glaciers up on these mountains around us, and some glacial water. This horse has decided to come along for a walk. The sun's still very bright and it's really warm, even though when we stopped for lunch it was pretty cold. So there's the little horse. Must be following. Oh, should be right there. At a table. And over there you can see the glacier. What we've been walking along is all rocks on top of ice. This is all a glacier we're walking along now. We've just been following it up this valley up towards Basecamp. Oh. Here we are, up near Basecamp. This camera wouldn't go when I was up there, but now it suddenly decided to turn on. It must be a female camera. So we're just starting to head back. It's all glacial up here, as you can see down there. It's all blue ice.
Photograph the camera, you know, the iPhone. Oh, I've got it, I've got it. Good boy. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, no worries.
We got up here, it's now 3:57. We've still got a 3-hour walk back. So the last half hour is probably going to be in the dark. So it's been a big day for us. We're just leaving now. Actually you can see the prayer flags up by Basecamp, just up there. Here we are, it's 8:40 in the morning, we're at 5,300 metres or thereabouts. We're just going up to Kalla to get a nice view of Mount Egmont, Mount Everest. I keep saying Mount Egmont, but we won't see that from here. Here's a fellow tramper getting up the hill. about as puffed as we are. Down below you can see Gorrick Shep, where we stayed last night, and if I turn around and you look up that way, you might be able to see the flags at the top of the hill up there. That's where we're going to, Kalla, Phattar, so we can get a nice view of Mount Everest. It's absolutely stunning up here this morning. The air's crisp, it was very cold, but we've got a vertical climb of 400 metres, so we're pretty knackered. Just stopping for a 5-minute break. There's Dave and Cherie there, and let's turn around. That's me. I probably feel more knackered than I look. We're all a little bit tired now, but we're going to press on up to the top. That's the highest point of our trek up there, and we'll be pretty pleased when we get up there, because from there it's downhill all the way home. That's what we're looking forward to. If you look down the valley down there by Gorrick Shep, you can see the glacier that runs all the way down this valley, and we walk to get home down that way again. It's been about a 140 kilometre round trip by the time we get back. So yeah, we're looking forward to a hot shower and getting home, even though it's still 6 days away. Okay, this morning we're leaving Lobichet, heading back down. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, just left. As you can see, it's another beautiful morning. It's crisp. It was -5 inside our rooms last night on my little thermometer. Those are our bags up ahead, you could probably see before the porters are carrying them. They're little wee guys, they look like they're about 12 years old, but they're in their mid-20s. They just put 2 of our big bags on their back and off they go. They're there waiting for us when we get there at the end of the day. Would have been quite different if it didn't snow. The snow we had here was unseasonably early. It's the first snow of the season for them, but it's made it quite different for us. A bit challenging in some ways with the snow and the ice on the tracks, but it's all clearing up again. Today the tracks are clear. We've got a 5 or 6 hour walk today down to where we're going to stay tonight, so it should be quite an easy, enjoyable day. We are still heading down to that village you can see in the distance called Basecamp. This is a different way. We're going down to what we came up. It's a magnificent vista. It's pretty cool. There's a cold wind, probably caused by all the snow I suppose, but it's once again not enough words to describe how pretty it is and majestic, and the size of the big hills around us. We'll just keep wandering down. We'll probably stop at that place down there for lunch, Paris Che or something like that. Can't quite get my mouth around all the names here. Just had lunch down in Paris Che. Down there we've been walking down this beautiful valley all morning, just playing around. We're surrounded now by these majestic mountains. That's Dablin over there, parts of that New Zealand is conquered. Keep going around, you'll see there's more mountains down there, all the nice coating of snow on them. We're following that river down, eventually down this valley, so we're staying tonight. The snow's off up here now. Top of most of the hills seem to have these I'm not too sure what it is. There's Dave hiding behind the thing over there, trying to get out of the wind, I guess. So keep going around. Could be 6 foot sago in parts, but it's just way bigger. The mountains are huge. It's quite breathtaking, a bit windy, very cold at the moment. The wind's very cold, that's why we're all wrapped up. Around here, we've got a view of me. There I am. before. Taking that off now. You see the mountains around us. Okay, we're here and our third to last day. We're heading home today. What you can see in the distance over there is Porchi, the place we stayed at last night. That's where all the strongest Sherpas come from, the ones who climb up to the top of the mountains. Over there to the right of that you can see Hamadablin. It's one of the big mountains that people climb around here. And if I scan around this way, oh look, there's Dave, he's looking fit as a fiddle even though I'm puffed. Go back around the other way. You can see down into the valley. We're at 3,900 metres now. We're not too badly off because we've been up a fair bit higher. This is our way down the mountain, even though today we had to do a bit of a climb down across that river you saw down in the bottom there and back up this side. And if I keep going around, you'll see on the top of the hill up there some buildings. That's where we're going to for lunch. And that's the track there. So yeah, just keep walking along. It's about 20 degrees, but there's a cool breeze, so it's quite refreshing.
It's really bad.
It's really bad that I've had a cough and cold for 20 days.
Okay, we're at the top of that hill now. This is looking down the valley. You should be able to see down there on the hillside. That's the track we took this afternoon. We've just climbed up here. It's been a hard climb up, but the afternoon's going to be pretty easy, just meandering down that track along there. This is the rest of the little lodges and things around at the top of the hill here. It's now pretty cold.